I was standing in the daycare hallway, my son's tiny backpack in one hand, his little fingers curled around the other, when my phone buzzed. A text. From him. Moving to Spain with Claire. I emptied our savings. Good luck paying rent. The words didn't bleed. They cut, clean, cold, surgical. I looked down at my son. His cheeks were still flushed from play, his hands sticky with paint, his eyes searching mine for something steady. I exhaled once, slow, steady, and I typed back only one line. Thanks for letting me know. Backstory. There was a time I thought he was my safe place. The boy who drove 3 hours in the rain just to bring me soup when I was sick. The man who held my hand when I gave birth. He used to whisper promises in the dark, swearing he'd build the world for me. But whispers fade, promises rot. It started small, his phone tilted away from me at night, work trips that stretched into weekends, the sudden scent of cologne that wasn't his, and then Claire. I saw her name once, glowing against his lock screen. Just a good night text, followed by a heart. My chest went cold, but I said nothing. Instead, I watched and waited. Discovery. The money was the real betrayal. One afternoon, I logged into our account to pay rent. Numbers don't lie. Thousands were gone. Transfers I never authorized. A slow siphoning, masked in shadows. That night, I pressed my cheek against our son's forehead as he slept, and made myself a promise. I would not scream, I would not beg, I would not crumble into the woman he expected to destroy. I would outthink him, shift in mindset. He thought emptying the account would corner me. He underestimated me. What he didn't know, couldn't know, was that for months I had prepared, quietly, patiently. Because when you live with someone who lies, you learn to build safety nets. Every freelance payment I earned, I diverted into a separate account under my name. Every small inheritance, every tax refund, I locked them away like ammunition. He never noticed. Men blinded by their own ego rarely do. And before he pressed send on that final text, I had already spoken to a lawyer. Custody, assets, restraining orders, everything filed, waiting, execution. When he boarded the plane, thinking he'd won, I moved. Step 1, I froze the joint account. He thought he drained it all. He didn't. The emergency clause kicked in. He left enough breadcrumbs for fraud suspicion, and the bank moved fast. Step 2, I called the daycare. I prepaid months in advance, in cash, under my own account. My son would not feel the ripples of his father's betrayal. Step 3, I filed for emergency custody. Abandonment is a powerful word in court. His text was more than betrayal, it was evidence. His arrogance signed his own death warrant. Climax. The morning he landed in Barcelona, I imagine he turned his phone on, expecting messages. Panic, tears, maybe even pleas for him to reconsider. Instead, he saw silence. Then the bank notifications hit. His card declined, his savings frozen, his fantasy evaporating with every swipe. That was when I sent my message. Not before. Timing is everything. By the way, custody has been filed. You'll be served soon. Good luck paying for a lawyer in Spain. I attached a screenshot of the bank's fraud hold on his account. His own theft had backfired into a legal freeze. And then the silence turned into chaos. Missed calls, dozens, his name lighting up my screen, begging for answers, explanations. I didn't pick up, not once. Resolution. I sat at our small kitchen table, my son coloring beside me, his crayons scratching against paper, filling the air with a kind of peace I hadn't felt in years. I wasn't shaking, I wasn't crying, I was calm, like I had stepped out of a burning house and shut the door behind me. He thought he destroyed me with one text. Instead, he handed me the knife I used to cut him out clean. My revenge wasn't fire, it wasn't chaos, It was silence. The silence of a woman who doesn't chase, doesn't break, doesn't beg. The silence of a bank account locked, a custody order filed, a life rebuilt without him. And when he finally realized what I had done, that every move was deliberate, that every step was waiting for him, I knew he felt it. The cold, the emptiness, the kind of silence that doesn't fade. I looked at my son's drawing, two stick figures holding hands beneath a crooked sun. No third figure in sight. For the first time, it looked complete, and I whispered, almost to myself, "Thanks for letting me know."